The first case in the southern part of Brazil was started in the context of a democratic renewal. Brazil had a dictatorship from 1964 to 1985, and there was a lot of effort to try to think about how can we move beyond the confines of representative democracy? What can we do differently? And the idea was that we want to sort of sustain the mobilization of people. We want to get people involved in government, but we also want to do this within the context of having a regular election cycle. Elections were identified as being important, as we know, but then there was a recognition that governments make decisions throughout the year. And so it was an effort to try to get people more involved in that process. The first year in this city, the city's about 1.3 million, there were 1,000 people. Very low, I mean, sort of 1.3 million, 1,000 people making decisions wasn't that high, but what happened is the government followed through. The decisions that were made in those forums then resulted in those communities receiving those projects, and in a couple of years, you had around 30,000 people a year participating in the process. And then in other cities in Brazil, you had something similar. So you sort of get this really robust growth, where at one point they were deciding about 100 million US dollars. Now, it started in one case, but we've identified at least 3,000 municipalities and cities across the world that have adopted this sort of program.